When we depend on an industrial system for our survival, we might protest all that and think that we're defeated and so on, but it still works, eh? But if we want to get our power back and be able to do things for ourselves and not pay other people to live our lives for us, we have to be devoted. We have to learn stuff and stick with it. We have to, it will define our lives instead of us defining it. My name is Vince McIntyre. I'm 67 years old. I was born in the west of Ireland. I'm a farmer, and I do woodworking, various, a jack of all trades, you might as well call me, yeah. I remember thinking when I was a child, when I was herding cows for an old lady in my neighbourhood, and it was, for me it was lonely because I was away from my brothers and sisters. I'd rather have been playing and doing other stuff. I remember thinking when I grow up I'm never going to do this. And a lot of people felt like that, about that. And then when I immigrated to southern Ontario, we all worked on market gardens, and there was no Canadian kids working there. They were all refugees, Hungarians, and we were the only Irish kids there, but there was, you know, kids from away, and Canadian kids went off to the beach on the bicycles in the summer. We crawled rows. So when you have that experience and you decide you want to get away from it, there was a few events in my life happened to make me realize, hey, that was a good life. And now that I appreciate that I had them experiences, because they give me endurance for what I do. When I hit my mid-40s, I decided, this work that I'm doing is totally meaningless to me, going out there and putting 3 bags on and making a bunch of money. And any amount of it, I got so that this is just playing figures for the government, that it's not very effective, and it justifies cutting down more forests. So I decided I'm going to try not to have to do this. And that's when I decided to farm. Somehow I've never been really big in doing stuff for myself. And it has to be bigger than myself, whatever. If I have to have a motive for what I do, otherwise I'm totally lazy. If it's to take care of my own needs and I'm totally lazy. Even fixing my hands, I let things go too far before I'm not motivated that way. So what motivates me is working with other people, but it has to be not just, it has to have some meaning to it. Like people like you, for instance, that come into my life that I've worked with, they're my heroes. Yeah, we have to have our heroes. And we have to have see the good in humans, eh? And that's the way I find the good in humans, the people I work with. I find out who they are and what they're made of. And I might seem harsh on people and hard on people, and I am, and I'm never going to be different. Because I demand, your attention. This isn't something that you might play at, because I don't play at it, I got run over with my horses and smashed up, and I got up and I kept doing it, yeah. So it's, to me, life is do or die, and then you're living. When we look at the past, we see the good parts of it, And I'm telling you the good parts. And I have spent a lot of my time in them good years where, I was depressed about stuff and thought too much about what's happened to the world and so on. And believing in and realizing that I'm helpless. If I don't have a tree planting job, what am I going to do? I'm getting too old for it, and I don't believe in it. So when I started growing food, I come to realize that this is really important to feed my family and my friends and people around me. I'm not going to get old gracefully. I am going to my favorite poem about getting old and going down hard is Dylan Thomas. It's Rage Against the Dying of the Light.